Wang Qiang's eyes lit up. Wang Kam was very clever from the beginning, and he didn't give Lu Fei the correct information, because he knew which box contained the real thing. As soon as Lufon killed the big crocodile was actually guarding this crossbow and had hidden this information from Lufon. Wang Tian knew where the crossbow was. When the crocodile died, he saw the perfect opportunity. He immediately went to get the crossbow and found it. As soon as he found the crossbow, he shouted with joy and said, "I'm so lucky I found the crossbow." Wang Tian began to feel like he was the most powerful. He looked at Lufon and said in a very arrogant tone, "From today on, I'm in charge of the entire secret area, and everyone will obey me." Behind Lufon, the party members were standing. They were also shocked to see Wang Tian. He told them that the crossbow was in Bone Lake, near the big crocodile he used to protect. But after his death, it was now with Wang Tian. Another competitor was shocked to see him and said, "Oh brother, what a misfortune. If only we had killed that big crocodile earlier, we would have found the crossbow today." But after getting the crossbow, Wang Tian felt he could challenge our hero Lupin. Our hero also came to him and said, "Hey, shut up. I already knew you would betray us someday. I already thought you would definitely join the Ning family. But now I see that what you're doing makes you really stupid. And do you really think you can fight me with the hunter god's heavy crossbow?" Wang Tian fell silent for a second upon hearing this, as he had seen Lufon's powers and realized that Lufon was no ordinary human. Lufon immediately jumped into the air and challenged, "So you think you're capable of making decisions in the secret area and fighting me?" Wang Tian laughed mockingly at Lufon's words and said, "Hey, Dragon Tummer, you're so arrogant. Do you really think I didn't make any preparations when I came after you?" Hearing his words, he immediately stopped him. The competitor said, "Wait a minute. The crossbow you're shooting only has 3 arrows. And Wang Yan, why are you so confident?" The other competitor also looked at him and said, "Hey, what are you trying to say? Tell me clearly." Wang Tian immediately raised his hand in the air and said, "Hey, I took all these things from your looted treasure." The things Wang Tian had thrown into the air suddenly began to glow, and he said, "Surprisingly, every part is perfect for loading into the treasure hunter's daughter's heavy crossbow. Friends, I want to tell you something. My financial situation is not good. If you could help me a little to improve my financial situation, I would be grateful." At the same time, he fired a crossbow and said, "I've been planning this moment for a long time." Seeing this, the competitors were frightened, and they said, "Oh no, now he has over 60 arrows. It's all over. Even if he fires randomly, still, something will hit, and he will win." Before shooting the arrow, Wang Tielufan made a face and said, "Hey young man, I lied to you about something." He explained this and said that no one with more than 10,000 stamina could withstand this arrow. With that, he shot the arrow at Lufon. Lufon defended himself from his attack, but he didn't react as he was thinking of a counter. Meanwhile, Wang Yan's attack was so powerful that it frightened his competitors. His clothes were torn and he was thrown away. One competitor even said, "That strength is too great. It's impossible to survive against that strength." Lufon was bored, and then he said in a cold voice, "Hey Wang Tian, you've made a very wrong decision. You'll regret this decision." Meanwhile, Wang Tian, burning with vengeance, was shocked by his first attack. He taunted, "Hey Lufon, go to hell," and fired another arrow, which also missed. He shot several arrows at once, all of them missing, and he said angrily, "Hey Lufon, don't even think about riding on my head." But then he launched his next attack, which just missed Lufon. Now Lu Sun was very upset with him. Lufon stopped in midair and watched him carefully. Meanwhile, the air pressure had increased due to the repeated attacks, and his competitor's condition had deteriorated. Explosions were occurring in several places, causing his competitor's condition to worsen. He began coughing. He planned that they should flee for their lives. The other competitor agreed, saying, "You're right. Lufon definitely won't be able to withstand such an attack, and Wang Yan will kill him." Wang Dian, completely obsessed with this crossbow, was firing in all directions without looking around. He said in a very arrogant voice, "You guys can hide from me, but I won't spare anyone." But the next moment, as Wang Tian fired the crossbow, Lufon disappeared. Then he laughed arrogantly again and said, "The god-heavy crossbow truly lives up to its name. And, Lufon, listen to me. It's impossible for you to escape now. No one can save you from me now." With this ultimate artifact, Murong Sheng, who comes from a second-class noble family, has no chance of winning. He was advancing rapidly, firing in all directions, and then, when the two competitors were standing in front of him, he said in a very arrogant voice, "Hey, as for you, there's no need to keep you two around. I'll finish you off right now." And then he remembered and said, "From what you just said, you can guess. It seems you know this too. The treasure box has loading parts." The competitor understood that he wouldn't let us go, and then he begged for mercy, saying, "Hey brother, you don't have to do this." The other competitor said, "Wang Tog, my brother, calm down, calm down." But he was full of pride. He said, "I won't let you go. I'll kill you and see if I can get enough crossbow bolts to reload." And then he pointed his crossbow at both of them. Now, both competitors saw their death staring them in the face and begged for mercy, saying, "Brother Wang Yan, we spoke without thinking. Please forgive us. We bow our heads and surrender to you, and we will all help you resist the Ning and Moring families." The other competitor also said, "Brother Wang, I beg you, we have always lived in peace. Please spare us." He glared at them and said, "You haven't killed me yet. Why did you change your target?" Because now Lufon, our hero, was standing in front of him. He said, "Hey Wang Tian, I told you you're a complete idiot. Even if I give you 100 more arrows, you still can't hurt me in the slightest." Lufon activated the power of the god aura at that very moment. Its most important feature is that he uses the power of the god crystal core to switch between light and dark blades. The god aura is transferred to the light blood armor. Seeing Lufon say this, he was shocked and said, "Hey, I thought you were dead, but you're still alive." Lufon Na said, "If you dare to damage my blood armor, you'll surely die." But he ignored Lufon Na's words and said, "Unlucky. That was good. No one can survive the hunter's heavy cross attack. You'll be dead after that arrow." What did Wang Chia say as he shot the arrow, aiming it at Lufon? As soon as the arrow reached Lufon, Lufon looked at it coldly and caught the arrow in his hands. It was as if a huge explosion had occurred in the air, creating pressure. Wang Chun broke out in a sweat at the sight. He shouted, "What? What?" The other competitors, who were watching, widened their eyes. Their mouths dropped open, wondering what had happened and how it had happened. Lufon said, "It's very powerful, but you've been my tour guide for a few days, yet you didn't know that? That my stamina is 2 million. Hearing this, and what he had just seen, Wang Tian was absolutely stunned. How could this be possible? He said, "Fan, how did you catch that arrow with your bare hands? That's not possible. How is that possible?" Lufon easily caught the arrow and aimed it in his direction, and quickly, towards Wang Yan, and shot the arrow at him. Wang Yan knew that no one could save him now. As the arrow reached him, there was a loud explosion. His voice was heard. "My luck is really bad." This chapter ends here. To see the next chapter, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to be the first to see upcoming videos.